Sheila. It's like, were we headed to a police lineup?
What kind of dossier did they have on the vertigo-stricken protesters that were sleeping in cheap tents? As Ezra says, urine-soaked sleeping bags in the public square. What kind of information had they collected on them? I would guess that it is far less detailed than what they had collected on our staff.
City Hall's minions were gathering intelligence not on the violent occupiers who had turned the square into a filthy tent city, but on us. As the internal documents we received reveal, nobody in the bureaucracy thought this was wrong. Oh, on the contrary, they were more concerned with trying to shut down or place limits on journalism taking place literally in the town square.
Why is that, Mr. Mayor?
I have no idea what you're talking about in terms of people not being able to be journalists in Nathan Phillips Square.
Corporate security were trespassing you from the property for causing disturbance.
I haven't caused a disturbance. Stop lying, please.
It's a square that is open to the people.
Get out of here, man. Get out of our captain. Why are you here? You're not welcome.
We're just...
And it's open to journalists and all citizens of the city, and I'm proud of that.
City Hall security and their staff, they're trespassing you, okay? So we're gonna have to escort you off the property.
Yeah, you had a group of violent people called Afro-Indigenous Rising. Give me a hug! Give me a hug! I love you! I love you! I love you! Swear to God, don't touch my guy. Come on, man! Come on, man! Come on!
Don't touch me again, buddy.
You must know this, Mr. Mayor. They were there for 3 whole weeks, and yet the police and the security were coming after us for covering this. Now, why is that?
Cornered John Tory by chance. He was at a press conference with Premier Ford, who pretended he had no knowledge of it. But Sheila, your thoughts?
Well, he obviously had knowledge of it because we have emails showing that his staff were talking about it at the very same time that you're asking him about it.
Yep.
Like, that's what these documents show. So he obviously did have knowledge of it. But, I think it's pretty darn creepy, the police state that's going on around Nathan Phillips Square there, that they don't, John Tory's telling you he doesn't know anything that's going on down there. But simultaneously, they've got surveillance footage of us and this encyclopedia dossier of our staff. They're taking pictures of Andrew Chapados like he's the Bigfoot walking through the bushes. These black and white photographs of Andrew. I mean, it's really creepy. And what did they say? We were causing a disturbance.
Yeah.
That's what they said. Our journalism was causing a disturbance. We were disturbing the pack of jackals that were sleeping in cheap tents down in the public square. By the way, what's wrong with those people? Why are they so off kilter? I mean, the protesters, you go near them, they lose their balance and fall over. Like, they're dropping like flies all over the place. But I mean, just to even I watched your video when you first did it and several versions of the video. By the way, Mocha, videographer, you did an incredible job putting that together with all the elements and everything. Makes it very interesting and very easy to see exactly what David was trying to tell us there. But the idea that the city is victim blaming journalists for causing a disturbance to the tent city that has popped up right on their doorstep. What planet is this? John Tory should be absolutely ashamed. And if there were a conservative challenger to John Tory in Toronto, this should absolutely be an election issue.
Oh,
I doubt it will, though.
Great point, because John Tory laughably describes him as a conservative. He did run for the Progressive Conservatives, the provincial party. Sheila, he's worked on federal conservative election campaigns without much success. But, it's amazing. A couple of other things pop up, folks. You'll see in the city's report that the faces are blurred. Not our faces at Rebel News. No, those are in living color. It's the faces of the criminals, and they are criminals, are breaking 11 sections of the Trespass Act, and they're physically violent because they don't want to violate their privacy. But they can violate our privacy. And Sheila mentioned these little, dossier reports about all our staff there. And this is how detailed it is. Hair color, eye color, height, weight. By the way, guys, in case you were guesstimating, I'm a bit of a fat ass, 225 pounds. I'm blaming that on the gyms being closed, okay? So, and Mr. Producer just said he believes I mispronounced 250. Not quite there yet, but I mean, why is that relevant, Sheila? It's like, were we headed to a police lineup?
What kind of dossier did they have on the vertigo-stricken protesters that were sleeping in cheap tents? As Ezra says, urine-soaked sleeping bags in the public square. What kind of information had they collected on them? I would guess that it is far less detailed than what they had collected on our staff.
Oh, hi friends. What you just saw there is a clip from our Rebel News daily live stream show. It's fun, it's fast, and it's completely unscripted, so you never really know what you're going to get. Just go to rebelnews.com/livestream to sign up for special alerts